thanks to the DeepSeek episode, there is a lot of focus on the security aspects of AI. As you know, today everybody is discussing about the lack of security or the security risks that are associated with DeepSeek specifically, but AI in general. But my question is, what do we mean by AI security? So when I was thinking about it, it seemed like the problem was there is so many dimensions and there are so many attack surfaces that actually could happen. So I put together a very simple taxonomy for different kinds of AI threats, which help answer how to mitigate these threats. So let me walk you through what I put together. So I feel, generally speaking, today there's a fixation on attacks on AI model, right, which are, of course, happening, and we saw some instances of that happening. But I feel beyond the attacks on AI model, which is one category, there are a couple of other categories that also require a lot of attention or probably equal attention. The second one is clearly the data sets. What happens if you have training data that is poisoned? What happens if you have misinformation that is fed into the AI models? How do you protect against that? This is very similar to the DNS poisoning, cache poisoning, all these kinds of different poisoning attacks that we had seen in the past. So it's actually very easy to use data as your attack surface and attack the actual existence on which the models are based. The third area, which is in fact the most ignored aspect of AI security, are the infrastructure-based attacks. What does this mean? These are actually attacks which are like hygiene attacks. You saw in case of DeepSeek, within a few hours, there were people who were able to get into the system and find out username, passwords, API tokens. And this is like actually how you build the application and the infrastructure that is supporting the application. So there is that category which can cause a resource exhaustion. It's equivalent of a DDoS attack in what we are typically used to. So I built this taxonomy, and once you try to separate these three different categories, it becomes easy to manage because the personas and people and teams in the organization who are accountable for these different attack types, it's very easy to manage them from that perspective. So I feel like AI security is not one big thing. It actually needs to be managed in a much better way with a lot more detail and with right accountability in the organization.